Hey guys, Lugiamaster here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Yugioh TCG Banlist. And my friend's in the background here with the ban list. So we're going to start off with the ban cards because this is a list that exists.
Alright, starting off with the ban cards, we have Fiendsmith Lacrima, Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, and Beat Rice, Lady of Eternal.
So, what are your thoughts on this?
Apollosa, kind of made sense because later in the ban list you'll see why. Calamity, he's there and then he's not.
Apparently,
I don't
Snake
care.
Eyes was abusing Calamities for some reason.
Oh, what? No, they don't have. What, huh?
Yeah, apparently Snake Eyes was abusing
inarchetype
Calamities.
tuners.
I don't know.
You have to run outside of that, and they haven't. I haven't seen a single list
Multiple people at
that
the regional
has
told
been
me the
abusing
same thing.
Calamity. Well, they must have done pretty bad because I didn't
Well,
see
they
a
were-
single one, and all the best variants, which is just Snake Eye Fiendsmith, were in the top cut, like in the top 15 tables. I mean, I was at table 12 for my last match against fucking other stuff, but anywho, I don't understand Calamity.
Personally,
it's there and it's not.
Personally, I'm not a fan of the Calamities ban because I was building Malefics, and now I've got to...
You've got other... Dude, you can literally just put in one other card for it. It's just
True.
Just put in like another Synchro 10, or just, I don't know, put in Quasar.
Quasar's already in there. But,
Put in
okay.
another Quasar.
What do you think about the
Beat Rice
Fiendsmith ban?
Huh?
What do you think about the Fiendsmith ban?
We have Necroquip, so banning Lacrima did absolutely nothing. It was there for the degenerate rank 6 plays that you could do with like Beatrice and Caesar. But since we have Necroquip, all we have to do is summon Engraver off the link effect, equip on Engraver, contact fuse in the Quip, and then go Engraver effect engrave, shuffle back a light to special it, and then go right into Caesar. We literally don't care. Or we can just make a link 2 and then go in the Desiree. We really don't care, and it doesn't take any extra resources. It's the dumbest ban I think I've ever seen. And not only that, we can go link 2 in the Desiree and then go tracked effect fusion.
Mm-hmm.
And fusion summon in the Desiree if we have enough lights on field.
True.
Just to begin with, so like at this point, I mean, I'm still gonna run Link 2 just cause, but like since we have Necroquip, Lacrima's hit did absolutely nothing. I think the reason why they did that is because it randomly burns for 1200, but like at that point, if they're really more annoyed about the 1200, go ban the Sword Soul stuff. The fucking Quinlong Synchro can fucking burn you for 12 every time it uses one of its effects. That's just the moment you do anything. You win in time because that. Oh, and don't forget the Long John. You burn for 12 when it's used for synchro material. Like I don't understand.
What I also don't
and
get...
I don't have to shuffle back a light. I just have to synchro with it.
And what I also don't get is why there was no Snake Eyes bans. I mean, I like Snake Eyes,
We'll talk
but
about
come
that
on.
in a minute. But like the ban portion really only made sense for Apo and Beatrice.
Yeah, Beatrice
the other
makes
two,
perfect sense.
The Fiendsmith one made no sense. Since we have Necroquip, it's a TCG exclusive, so you can't tell me it was already out in the OCG. It wasn't. It literally was only meant for the TCG, and Necroquip basically makes Lacrima ban pointless. It was just a dumb ban. Now let's go to the semi-limits. Or not semi-limits.
Limits.
The limits. That's later. The limits is A for the 1, Snake Eye Ash to 1, Snake Eye Poplar, the number 40, and C40 Gimmick Puppet. Gimmick Puppet exists. Brand Infusion, Opening the Spirit Gates, Prosperity, Sangan Summoning, Grass Looks Greener, aka Lawn Mowing, and Skill Train.
Alright.
I literally don't want Ava back, even though she's great. It just makes Drytron and it just makes ritual decks broken and
specifically fairy-based ritual decks.
It's just Drytron.
Yeah.
You could do a Ben 10 loop. You can literally just do everything now.
Yep.
Ash and Poplar. Ash made sense, but since we have Bonfire and people say we have Wanted, I'm like, Wanted doesn't do anything except add Diabellstar. It's Diabellstar that gets you into the Snake Eye engine, but now your Imperm is more meaningful because you just Imperm the Ash, and then when they be like, Bonfire and the Poplar, you just go Ash. Like your Ash and Imperm have more meaning now.
Yeah.
If they hard draw Poplar, that's bad. So you can't play 2 anymore. So I guess now they'll up Oak to like they'll up Oak to like 3 so they can do their plays, I guess, because it used to be just 3, 2, 1. Now it just goes 3, 1, 1. And no Flamberge hit, which if they put Flamberge to 1, like, yeah, Flamberge is still there, but they can't do the second one. They can't do the loop. So, yeah, this makes no sense. The Gimmick Puppet hits were kind of meaningless because you can still do the FTK. Yep. It's just now instead of a 1-card combo, it's a 2-card combo. I mean, that's better, but if you open up the field spell, you don't care. So now it's literally emphasis on the field spell is going to be huge. Branded Fusion, why? Brandon's not doing anything. It's
exactly.
It's just a deck that's there that can take a regional. But now I'm just going to be saving my Ash for that Branded Fusion because I hit that. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye. It's like it makes no sense.
The only Yubel hit was opening the Spirit Gates. I mean, yeah.
I guess.
They can't add it back anymore because putting it to 2 really would have also made no sense because you can just add it back with the second one as long as you control level 10 Fiend.
True.
So now it's like when that card's gone, they don't have the summon. They don't have the summon back consistency. Prosperity to 1. Everybody was happy about that. I don't care. I wish it wasn't because it's there, but you know now it's just like, well, if you open it, because it's like now if you open it, and you know your 6 cards aren't going to contain prosperity, so it's like one of those cards that you see it less, but when you see it, you know it's going to be a banger because 6 cards, none of those 6 will ever contain a prosperity.
True.
It's banning any of the pot cards is stupid. Yes, it's for a consistency, but when they see it, it's powerful. It's like more powerful because at least you knew when it was at 3, there's a potential of seeing 2 pot cards in there, where now it's like, okay, you're not going to see those, and let's say your first 4 hits off pot are garbage, but your next 2 are like what you need. You basically just were like, well, since pot's at 1, I'm happy. I'm happy Sangan Summoning's at 1 because it basically is it's the Gimmick Puppet spell except during the battle phase.
Yep, that was annoying as fuck.
That was great hit.
Actual good hit on the ban list.
Grass Looks Greener.
That was weird. That was a weird one.
I'm happy it's back because now we're going to see some jank 60-card decks. The one I'm really interested in is a 60-card tier.
And I told you it was coming back.
Because Left Arm Offering you can discard for effect.
Yeah, and I told you it was coming back eventually.
I don't know. Skill Drain. Well,
whatever.
Now if you open up Skill Drain, you can't cross out Skill Drain anymore unless you don't have it in your hand or you don't have it set. But now it's just there. Yeah. That's pretty much the limiteds. Those are the only Snake Eye hits.
Snake Eye's still best deck.
No, I mean it might be the best deck, but they can't end on Apo anymore.
True.
And now it's an easy, and it's a much easier playthrough. So I don't think Snake Eye's best deck. It's still definitely one of the better decks out currently, but I think now the format is now stable enough to where you're still gonna see Snake Eye, you're still gonna see Fiendsmith, you're still gonna see Gimmick Puppet, but you're gonna see more decks, I think.
Probably.
I don't think this format is unplayable now. I just think after Worlds, which is this weekend, I think personally we'll see we'll see how these decks perform, and if they're not performing well, I mean, I know Yubel's gonna be performing just fine. I do fine without Spirit Gates. When I don't open it, because Fiendsmith is still legal. But it probably gonna see maybe more Yubel top than Fiendsmith, because Yubel can beat Fiendsmith now. It's easier. It's even easier to beat Fiendsmith. We don't care if they go first anymore.
I think you'll see some more Exodia players start topping.
I don't think we're gonna see Millennium. I mean, I once maybe we get that Millennium Blue Eyes maybe, but I'm not sure. I mean, that's great, but it's it's really weird depending on your hand. But anywho, now onto the semi-limited. All the big daddy rulers are back to 2. Yep. That'd be Blaster, Redox, Tempest, and Tidal. All back to 2. There's already a variant. There's a cash variant of that's been doing well. We got Lunalite Tiger. I don't want to see that back at 2. Tiger, here's the thing. In Master Duel, Tiger's at 3. And for some reason, it sees
no play.
No play.
Yeah.
None.
Weird, right?
And it's so fucking broken. Now Tiger being back to 2, I really don't want to see the things, because hard once per turn where? Nowhere. Everybody's scared about Colossus being back at 2. I'm not. Being back at 1 did nothing.
No. It's
and
not...
then Ib, the World Chalice Justicar. You only needed 1.
Exactly.
And it still wasn't doing anything, and now being back to 2... Yeah. It's not doing anything.
It's fine. It's a fine release.
And then the Unlimiteds, which they're whatever. Armageddon Knight back to 3, so now we can play more than 1. Honestly, I'm kind of happy about that.
Of course you are.
Red Rose Dragon.
Woo!
I don't know, because all the other lines, all the other cards that made that card broken, which is why it was on the ban list, are still legal, so I'm not too sure. But power creep is a thing. We got Magic Spectre, Unicorn, Kieran. Yeah, you are, because you didn't understand why. At the time,
I'm happy because I need it from a Rose Dragon deck.
Yeah, but at the time when it got banned, you didn't understand.
It didn't get banned. It got hit to 1.
You didn't understand why it got hit to 1, and I was like, dude, it was a broken fucking card. It was disgustingly broken. At the time, I don't know what it will do now.
We'll see.
You've got Magic Spectre, Unicorn, Kieran 3, Perform Age plus Fire to 3, Ancient Fairy to 3. It's got Tarada, so who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about Danglong, but we'll see.
Yeah, Danglong's kind of like an iffy one.
Danglong first Yang Zing. That's if Yang Zing ever makes a return.
Yeah.
And then Time Steal. Time Seal is...
Like, what the fuck was it doing on that ban list any longer? Like...
I mean, you could skip the draw phase, especially if they only have 1 or 2 cards in their hand, so you can kind of do, like, a really funny...
What does the card say?
Skip the draw phase of your opponent's next turn.
Yeah.
So, I don't know...
It's a funny card, but at the same time, it's like...
Time Seal.
At the same, it's a funny card, but at the same time, it's like, who's
it
realistically going to
so you have to activate it on your turn. And people are like, oh, well, you can't really do that. I'm like, yeah, you can. Just dump, what's the one trap? Just dump the trap that Labyrinths are playing.
Or play...
just dump that, and then...
Temple of the Kings.
And then activate that, and then effect activates, and then it copies Time Seal. And then you're just like...
You can also do Temple of the Kings, which allows you to activate 1 normal trap the turn it's set.
Yeah, but transaction rollback is much more easier to get in your grade.
I'm just saying, it's like... I don't think it's going to see play at all.
I think it's going to see some play, because... A lot of people rely on that 1 draw, and I personally think that they're gonna that they're gonna, you know.
We'll just have to see.
It's gonna be really funny. Overall, I give this. I would say I give I give this ban list a 7 out of 5. Like, yeah, there's some good stuff for it, but
7 out of 5.
close enough. 7 out of 10. I think there is personally better hits that this deck it is pretty much a deck at this point that this fucking list could have hit and
Yeah.
would have made better, but
What?
I'm not at this point. I don't know. We've got two more ban lists coming out here soon for just this year alone. They might touch more.
Maybe.
They might not. But we've also, for those wondering why Wanted or Diabell Star didn't get touched or Original Sinful Spoils, is because we have another deck that is based around the Sinful Spoils archetype, and that deck is going to need those to see play. I think that's coming out in Rage of the Abyss, so in October. But you know, and also Diabell Star and Wanted are getting reprint. Same with people who are thinking the Horus was going to get hit. No,
I didn't think Horus was going to get hit.
they're all getting reprinted in the Megatons.
Yeah. What do you think was the worst hit on this list?
Lacrima.
Yeah.
I mean, Beatrice is gone, so now we just hard make Caesar. You have to hit Necroquip too in order for Lacrima to mean something, and they didn't hit Necroquip because no one was really playing Necroquip, and I can't tell you how many times being able to abuse Necroquip got me around like annoying imperms, annoying bells or ashes, and stuff like that. Like, I could just get around. I mean, if they ash the Link one, that is one thing, but like, it gets me around so many annoying things because I'm not activating any on field effects. It's mostly just grave effects. Well, minus the one Link one. It's mostly grave effects that I'm activating to get into my rank 6, and it doesn't stop Caesar plays. Getting rid of Lacrima did nothing.
Alright, I think the fact that none of the Snake Eyes cards got banned, it's kind of bad, but
Ash and Poplar to 1 were pretty meaningful, because now your
guess,
Ash, Blossom, and Imperm mean more against Ash and Poplar. And
but even you were predicting that one of the Snake Eyes cards was going to get banned.
I was hoping I was saying it's either OSS or Flamberge get banned, or Flamberge gets put to 1. It's like, it's one or the other. Because those, like, Flamberge need to get put to 1, so it's like, yeah, now they have a hard time setting up the board. Don't forget they have Snake Eyes Diabell Star, which is now more meaningful than ever. So I just don't.
Yeah, I honestly give this ban list a 6 out of 10, I guess.
I give it a 7 out of 10, just because they did give meaningful hits, but they didn't give enough of them. So also picking up Labyrinth Booba Sleeves seemed good to me.
Anyway, so those are our thoughts, or mostly his thoughts on this ban list. Yeah, this ban list was just kind of mediocre. It's not the worst ban list of all time, I don't think.
Well,
but it could have been way better.
We've got two more ban lists coming out, so
yeah, so
we'll see what happens.
Yep. Anyway, if you guys like this ban list video, leave a like, comment, subscribe to join the Crit Breakout Army. Click that bell icon for notifications so you'll be notified every time I go live, upload a video, or make a YouTube short. I will see you later, recruits. Peace out.